We have a special guest today, Miss Xotic Treats. And before we delve into the questions, we want to encourage her to continue doing her great work and to also remember mental health is always important. Welcome again, Miss Xotic Treats, to our podcast platform.
Thank
Welcome.
you. It's good to be here.
That's good. So, as a successful business owner, how do you navigate your mental health?
All right. So I should let you know I am also diabetic. So
Oh, wow.
it is a journey. And I have been doing this from 12 years old. So imagine you find out that you have diabetes at 12 years old. That's when your life just started, right? Going to high school and all of that. For me, health wise, I like eating the stuff that don't taste good. So think of Bible and thirsty and all of that.
Right.
I'm the one that will always be drinking those things. So I incorporate it to say, here what? If this is good for you, then I will drink it. I'm not the picky type. I'm more go for like natural stuff, for vegetables, simple life. So if the food don't need to be cooked, I'll make it.
Okay, that's good.
So
You
like
mentioned about,
vegetables,
yeah,
tuna, yeah, simple, trust me, simple stuff. Fruit salad. I
yeah,
think the simpler the better for you.
that's true. You
And
meant,
I do take medication and it's under control. I do test it every single day and I take the
okay,
insulin every single day. And I love it. You see, your sickness is a part of you. So once you love yourself and you love your sickness, everything is good. It's when you don't love it and you start neglecting taking the medication, then things will
yeah,
act up and start getting worse. And then the word will say, if I had known, I don't
right.
use those words because you know that you're sick. You know what you need to do to take care of it and just keep it on the right level so that you can live for a very long, long time. And I literally want to live to 99 or something. So, yeah.
Which is good. That's positive. But being diabetic, though, have you faced any challenges with just running a business? Because I know it can be, exhausting, it can be demanding. How do you manage?
Yes, especially on your legs because
Yeah.
my job is at 24-hour on the feet,
Right.
interacting, moving around, and sometimes the legs get swollen. But what I normally do is like when I reach back home, I would soak them in some warm salt water. And you go give them a little nourishing on the weekends or on days that I don't have any events.
Right.
Because even if you're not sick, that will happen to you as an individual running a business and doing everything by yourself, moving up and down and last minute events coming on and all of that. But
Yeah.
I factored in to say that here what there's a self love day like on a Saturday, and
Right.
every Saturday I'm always relaxing, thinking about something nice, positive because you have to go there the whole mental, it's like you're telling yourself that
Yeah.
you're beautiful. You have to just tell yourself you're beautiful every single day, even when days feel like you're not beautiful, but doing something for yourself or something for somebody else that actually makes me feel good. And the heart smiles more when you're doing something for somebody else. So
True. That and
but
that
it's
shows
just to
that you
take
have a
a
lot
day
of,
from the week to just reminisce on yourself and making sure that you are okay to do the job for another day.
that's true. That's good. What inspired you to start Exotic Treats?
All right, I was working at a company called Print Big Limited, and when I went there, I was saying to myself, the pay that I'm getting, it
Right.
doesn't add to my value. And I always wanted to have a business for myself. Like I said, 95 is not for me. I can give you the best of it, but I don't think I'm getting the best from the 95. And I started, my first business I started was Jabuti Confectionaries. So that business was about the popcorn, the snow cone, and the hot dog rental of machines. Then, lady, COVID hit, say no social distancing. So I can't do
Yes.
the whole party thing anymore. And it was a cousin of mine that sent me a link. And she sent the link for the gummy shots, the gummy bear, and the rum. And what I did was I did the reverse. I put more rum and less gummy bear. So it
Interesting.
became a gummy shot. That means something that you can drink and not eat the gummy bear, but the rum melts the gummy bear and turn it into a liquid form.
Right.
And I've been doing small events, round robins, birthday parties, and I went there giving them out for free, getting feedbacks from customers, and it's a uphill from there. And call it 6 years, I'm still doing it. So
Oh, that's a long time.
yes, and you
That-
have to have patience.
How do you come up with unique treat ideas?
All right. So, I can tell you this. People eat and drink. Those are the two things that no matter what, when you're stressed, you're eating or you're drinking.
That's true.
And I sat down when I was doing the gummy bears before I put all the flavors together and the color wasn't pretty. And I went to the supermarket one day and went in the aisle where they have the jello for the kids. And I
Yeah.
say, you know what? You can actually separate the colors and make it unique. So you have a red, a blue, because for me, color attract persons when they're eating something. So if the food is
Yeah.
colorful, people get to want to try it more than when it's just a random color that don't look too nice. And I started thinking about packaging and what you can add to it. Because when you have a business, you need to always be adding more than subtracting. And the persons, you don't want anybody to get tired of your product because everything is a season, you know? So when we started the gummy shots, we had 3 flavors, which was the green apple cherry and the lemon. And then I started getting some different gummy bears and then we added the blue and the white. So the blue is blue raspberry and the white is pina colada. Now imagine having all of those flavors. You definitely going to want to try all of them, right?
Yes.
And
Definitely.
then there was another day that I sat down and I said, okay, I think I can add fruits to these too. Because you have fruits that can absorb alcohol and it tastes good. So I started adding fruits to them, and then person started to like it, like the pineapple and the
Yeah.
cherry. Those 2 fruits can actually take rum like crazy,
Wow.
right? And then I started adding some other stuff again. I started adding like whipped cream on top of it with sprinkles. So it's
Yes.
like you can attract different type of party themes. So if you see a flyer out there that say, okay, I'm going to have a bachelor party or a birthday party, you actually know what to introduce them to and give them ideas. And then customers normally give me a couple of ideas also. So I'm always up for the ideas and adding more to the business and to the product for it to be nicer.
That's a good way to approach it. What's
Yes.
your favorite event you've sponsored so far?
My favorite event I sponsored so far is an event called Greatness. It's actually from New York and they bring it to Jamaica last year. It was
Okay.
kept at the Hope Gardens. It's a pink and white event and for me it was amazing. The promoter was really nice. The patrons, they were very interactive with the product. And the first thing they were like, oh, it's so strong. But by the time they should go to find the table and come out, they're like, can you get another one, please? So even though the product is very strong, persons tend to really like it because the first hit it hits you, you're going to know, oh God, it's rum. And you can't underestimate rum because rum is very strong. But
Yes.
because of the gummy bear, it gives you that sweetness. So the both of them combine together and it makes you want more. So it's like a little creeper, but it's like an appetizer to start you off for the night.
Nice.
For my
What?
first business, which is Jabinti Confectionaries,
Yeah.
it's actually from Janelle and Jamaica, and we're both beautiful. So that's how
Nice.
I got the name
Love that.
Jabinti Confectionaries.
Love that. Love that.
Yes.
How do you balance creativity with business techniques?
Repeat for me.
How do you balance creativity with business techniques?
I can tell you this. I have been around a lot of person that have their own businesses. And sometimes you go to a couple events or you even go and interact and network with other persons and they would tell you what they have done and it don't work. So instead of you trying to do the same thing, you learn from what they're doing and then just watch your patrons and listen to them because my patrons always reach out to me. So if it's something that I'm doing and they don't like it, I try to sit back and just factorize what I can change for them to like it because without your customers, you don't have a business.
That's true.
Right? So they are the ones that actually going to put you out there in the market. They're the ones that going to say, okay, I like that shirt that you have with your logo. I'm going to support you. And that's what you want. You want persons to support you. So even when you think that you know that what you're doing is right, sometimes from somebody else's eyes, you need to like do a little more upliftment. For me, I just go slow and steady. I don't really rush nothing at all because I say everything comes in the right time.
That's
There are days when you go to an event to sell, and I can give you an example. My first event that I went to, I stood there looking all nice and boot stand and everything, and nobody came over and ordered anything from me,
wow.
right? And I went home and I cried. And I
Oh,
said, God, you can't open a door for it to be closed on me. And the next event that I got, you know what I did? I started making fans. So guess what? When people acting out, they're gonna walk come over to you and say, how can I get one of those fans? So the interaction actually starts from there. Because
yeah.
my thing was I was afraid to approach persons. But what I did know, what I learned is like if I literally see something nice on you, I speak about that before I even introduce my product to you. So if your hairstyle look nice, I'm gonna come over and say, hi, I like your hairstyle. It breaks the ice.
True. That's
If
true.
you want a nice little top, I'm going to compliment you. I'm not afraid to compliment females or males. I rather compliment you first and then introduce my product to you. So that's the way of me going out and doing it now. So it kind of, it's something that I like to do now. Compliment first, then you introduce your product.
Nice. That's really a effective way to do it.
Yes.
What What's the most challenging part of running exotic treats?
All right. The most challenging part is not getting anyone to work with you because
Okay.
you're only one person, and there are times when you have three events. And yes, you will get girls to say, yes, I'm willing to work and I'm ready to work. And on the night of the event, they don't show up,
Mm.
right? The promoters already paid you. So somebody has to show. So I personally have to show up there. And nobody wants to know that they pay you full and the result is not good. So that is always my problem, my issue. These young females, they don't want to work. They want to come to the party, but not to work, just to enjoy themselves. So instead of me taking three events per night, I start taking two events. So one is like in a day party and then a night one.
Okay.
I go out of my way to get the customers, and I've never failed a customer from I've been doing these events. Never. I've never. So
That's
it's not a thing
really
that I
good.
like. I will show up for you regardless of what's happening.
That's good.
So that is my thing. I don't have workers that stay and say, okay, and I know I pay them well. Because if I said to you, I'm going to pay you X and you said, no, you think you need more. If I think it values more, I'm going to give you more. But I try to meet you halfway because, like I said, I don't drive. And most times driving is the issue for most of the person that come work with me. But I do my best to pick them up, drop them off, set up the event, and then go to another event. But the hardest one is just getting the girls to work and following through for the event. Because persons love to tell you last minute that they can't make it or
Mhm.
some situation. Whichever the case, I can't tell the customer that I have to be there for them right through because once you pay money, refund is not optional for me. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's true. And you mentioned about the girls not wanting to work. What do you think, could be done to correct that?
I mean, it just has to do with them. It really has to do with them. Because if you're not consistent in showing up, then that's just going to be an issue on you, regardless of who's paying you and how much money the person is paying you. Proactiveness is good for me. I have to be very proactive in everything that I do. So
Right.
if I know that I'm not going to be at your event, I still make the shots and drop them off a day before, so you have them in your position, and then you decide who's going to assist with that department because my shots are labeled. So I don't personally have to be at the event for you to be giving them out because you're actually giving them out for free. If I'm going to be selling them now, I have to be there because the money that I'm selling them at is going to be for me, so it will benefit me in the long run. But like I said, these young girls they're out there. Good ones are out there, but I don't bought them up yet. So I'm still searching.
Okay. Fair enough. How do you measure the success of your event sponsorships?
All right. My thing is this: if I go to an event and three or four more promoters reach out to me in that one event and want me to be a part of theirs, that's a great success for me. Because going to an event is opening doors and still networking in the same time. Because you will be seeing persons at the event, they might not want shots for their party, but they might want some fans and they don't know who to reach out to. So once you start telling person what services you provide, then they will know, okay, I'm going to take this from you, that from you, or do you know anyone that can do this? So I'm like an all-rounder. I don't gatekeep, because if you want help, I'm going to assist you, especially if I know that I don't provide the service that you need. Because
Right.
maybe one day you're going to want my services. So I don't try to gatekeep. It makes no sense because the world is very big and everybody has to survive and we all want to make money. So whichever way I can help somebody, I'm going to help them. But my greatness is when I go to an event and I can get more than 3 promoters to book Xotic Treats for their next event, my repeat customers are my best customers, not the new ones, okay?
Yeah. Yes. What sets Exotic Treats apart from other business just like yours?
All right, so for me, I think it's the love and the passion that I have for the business and the product. I'll get up every day and make gummy shots, even if I get no order. I like to open my freezer and I see my product. It just shows love and it shows passion. And I will always be talking about Xotic Treats. It's best quality, love, and I take time and patience to make them so that when you take them, you can always be coming back and wanting more or recommending somebody else. So it's not a quick process. Sometimes I can do shots over a period of a month, and when you get them, you feel like 63% is in one shot of glass. And that's the big difference about other persons doing the same product, but the quality is always going to be different.
That's
And
true.
6 years and it's still the same. Nothing has changed about the product. I think you can close your eyes, and if you drank it 6 years ago and drink it now, you can know the difference with my product.
Okay, which is good. Which is pretty much good. But do you think that other brands, the renowned ones, just basically work off their name for many years, or you just
I think
definitely think that persons have good quality branding?
Well, I can tell you that once the quality is good and it don't drop form, it can only improve. You can't decrease. But your name does go a far way. I can give you an example. Ray and Nephew. It doesn't matter how long Ray and Nephew started and now the quality is still the same. It can only improve. So the other day it was always 63%, and then it was a holiday coming up, it was at 70. So to
Right.
me, it has improved. It has not decreased. And every time I travel overseas and persons want my gummy shot, the first thing they ask you, which brand do you use? You understand? So
Yeah.
people go for the brands. So if you're going to use a brand that persons don't really go for it, they kind of don't want to try the product.
Mm.
But I've used 2 brands that I've known so far. It's Ray and Nephew, and there's select brand called Diamond Overproof White Rum. So to me, Ray and Nephew and the Diamond, they work hand in hand. Because most times I can't even tell the difference when I drink them personally.
Oh, wow.
So persons do like it, and the Diamond is from Ghana.
Okay.
So we can say, or Caribbean islands, the islands are doing something also, even if it's from far away. But Reneve is always the number one for everybody, local and abroad.
True, that's true. Definitely
Yeah.
true. Can you share a particularly successful marketing campaign?
Campaign. All right. So for me, the social media is a nice campaigning selection. I can tell you this from I've been on the TikTok platform, which was last year. This time I started out and I started promoting my products on the platform. I've gone on Medium, like Roxy. She has a platform that she introduced small businesses and she promotes your products and your services on that platform. It has opened ways on the TikTok for persons to reach out to me to get the services that I offer. So I can say I did a campaign where I was sending out flyers. When persons actually art me on the TikTok, I would send them shirts, something similar to this, And it doesn't matter where in the world you are, I send it to the post office and everybody got their stuff.
That's
So that's
good.
a different way. Yes.
Yes.
So I have persons from New York, England. It took a month though for the England one.
Okay.
But I sent it all over Canada, and it's just for because they art me and they were supporting me on the TikTok platform. And for to be sending your products, your shirts, which is a brand, they can wear it where they are. And I know persons always walk up to them and say, "What is Exotic Treat?" And they end up being ambassadors because they will be telling persons about what my services offer, where they can find me on the TikTok or the IG platform. I've gotten persons started to follow me because of somebody wearing the shirt or somebody got in a fan because I send out shirts and fans. You
Yeah.
know, so when you go to parties, they have the fans, and the fans is like is another way of promoting and advertising your business. So I've always tell people this: if you can wear a polo or a Tommy Hilfiger daily, you can wear Exotic Treats shirts daily too.
Yep. Because it's
And
the
you know
the
me in
brand.
person as
Yes.
a black entrepreneur, female, you know me because these big brands, you don't know the persons behind the brands. You see them on the TV, but you have never said hi or gone up close to them. And for me, you can always see me in real life. I am here.
That's good. I heard you mention different places like Canada, the US, and the UK. Where do you think you get more trafficking in terms of clients, customers,
All right,
overseas
Jamaica
or
definitely,
locally?
because
Okay,
that's where I'm from. And now I started doing because we have a Knoxford Express in Jamaica that delivers your packages safely to all the 14 parishes in Jamaica. And I've been using their services. So when persons reach out to me and they're not in Kingston or St. Catherine, I use the Knoxville Express to send the packages directly to them. So they pay for shipping when they're paying me, and when they get to the Knoxville Express, they just collect. They don't need to pay any more money. So
yeah.
they really like that service because you're just doing one stop shop and you just pick up, go to your event, or you carry it home and put it back in your fridge and you're ready again. But so
Nice.
Jamaica definitely. America is the next one. We're just starting with the America now. So I can say so far it's Jamaica and America because I travel to the States. So whenever I travel, I come over here and make a certain amount and send it through the shipping also using the UPS shipping postal, and it reaches them. So wherever they are, they'll also get the package. So they have two different services, one in
Okay,
Jamaica and one in the United States.
okay, that's good. How do you handle feedbacks of your products?
Um, well, the feedback is always the same. It is just too strong. It's stronger than Ray Nephew. I don't think so because I use Ray Nephew, but I think because it melts the gummy bear has a sweetness to it,
Right.
and the longer you take to drink rum, the stronger it gets, especially when it's mixed with something else. And I love it because it doesn't expire. It have a long lifespan. I've never heard somebody tell me that rum expired. I've never seen that before.
That's
I've
true.
heard it.
That's true. Definitely true.
So it's always when you're having a business or starting a business, you check out what's the expiry date on the business and what's the benefit of it in some senses. How long can you do it for? Because some person starts something and then money's not coming in and they stop. For me, it's branding before profit. That's how I see it every time. Make your brand reach, make persons know the name of your product, name of your brand. And once that happens, money will come, profit will come because they will be saying, I know that brand, you can use her. I've always seen her at certain events and yeah. So word of mouth is a big thing too. But just love your brand and love yourself and just keep pushing no matter what, no matter how the day seems down or like there's nothing coming your way. God
Right.
is just opening you for other things and setting you up for other things so that you have patience. Because any business you run, if you don't have patience, you're going to do some things you don't need to do, and then you might just lose everything. So always
True.
having patience and just love what you do. Can't change. When you love it, you'll be all right.
That's true. So what's next for Exotic Treats? Any exciting plans or expansions?
Well, I can tell you that on the 29th of June, I'll be keeping my first official birthday party.
Well done, well done.
And that party will be promoting other small businesses. So it's not really about Janelle, it's about Exotic Treat. So if you have a small business and you want it to get highlighted, you can reach out to us. And we'll be keeping the party in Jamaica. That's Portmore, St. Catherine, behind Ken's Wildflower on the 29th of June. Come with your brand, come with your business cards, come with your fans, whatever way you network or market your business, just come. You never know who you can meet at my party because somebody might just be there and need your services. So that's what it's all about: branding, 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 promoting your brand. Doesn't matter how small your brand is, once you have a passion for it, once you can get up every day and talk about it, it will reach somewhere. You might not see it right now, but I'm still in this for 6 years and it's taking care of me. It's taking me all over the United States and travel the whole 14 parts of Jamaica. So yeah.
Definitely a traveler, definitely a traveler.
Yes.
Well, that's good. That sounds really good. And it's
But
just
before we go, I know the person would be saying, so what does the product look like? And we'll show you. So we have our fans here. And this is a way of promoting your brand. So if you go to a party and the promoters don't have a fan, tell them to please link Exotic Treats. All right? Because at night we're very hot. And these are very affordable. And it pushes your brand and it promotes. Then we have our gummy shots. So you see, it's not a lot, it's just a shot, 1 ounce.
yes.
Right? And we have the red one here. We have the green one here. And we have the yellow. All right, really, really nice. So these can be used for any party. And then we have the rum pops. They're like Kiscos. So if you're having a water party, a pool
So,
party, a soca party, yes. When you put these in the freezer, they're ice pops, but they have rum in there. Yes, they're very strong, okay? So you know the something say once you pop, you just can't stop. These are what they're
yes,
called, rum pops.
yes.
So we have a full package that we provide service for.
That's good. That's really good. Thank you for being a part of the Think Different podcast. Pleasure listening how passionate you are about your business, and I'm sure it's going to continue being successful.
Yes, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I mean, the first time when I talked to you, it's like I know you a long time. You give me that vibe, that energy. And, as females, we have to try and get that energy. It's a positive
Oh,
energy
that's
and we
true.
can spread it. Because positive energy spreads real nice and other persons will confide in you, they'll reach out to you. So
True.
even if they're afraid because they like the energy that you give, they will come to you, open up, and find out how they can do this and what they can do to improve their self and their businesses. So I'm all about that.
That's so true.